appreciate that. Welcome on in. Did I buy the bat? No, I didn't buy anything. I'm not giving them any money ever again for anything. That was, I put my foot down back in February, I think it was. March, somewhere around there. I don't know. Earlier in the year, I put my foot down and said I'm not giving them any more money again ever. And that's the case. No battle passes, no flash passes, nothing. If I happen to win one from somebody else's channel, awesome. I'm going to have to brush up on my Galaxy Quest trivia before Lube has his quiz tomorrow. In case I want to win one of the battle passes there, but no. Did not buy the ship. But in case you're wondering, where I was segueing this to next was the changes to the Mirror Universe Refinery, because that is what we get from getting the new ship and all of this new content and stuff like that. You get, from having the NSEA Protector, you get the ability to take raw Omega Trellium, which you can get by going to the new Omega systems, which I think we looked at earlier, but let's just highlight those again. So the new systems in the Mirror Universe, this is the Mirror Universe expansion, right? This is them extending this space. So once you have the NSEA Protector, I'm thinking that's how you're going to unlock this. Mirror Independent Space Unlock. That's a mission. Okay, let's see what you have to do for that. stfc.space missions. Mirror Independent Space Unlock. Investigate the newly discovered warp path. This mission is part of a chain. It cannot be started directly. Okay. And then it makes you go to Mirror Nausicaa. So how you get this unlocked and how that triggers is anybody's guess. I'm going to have to say it's probably from building the new ship, but we'll have to wait and see exactly if any of you guys know if you've done it already. But by coming into these new systems, which have a range of levels, that is how you will earn the new Omega Trellium, because, Trellium A and Trellium D weren't good enough. Now we need Omega Trellium as well. It's like multivitamins over here. Was somebody seriously looking at this? Multivitamins? Max says it's in the research tab. Okay. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at our research tab. Hello, Norgoth, and welcome on in with all of your raiders. All 23 of them. Thank you very much for coming on in with everybody. Hope you had a fun stream over there. Just in case anybody's wondering where they can find you, there you go. So we're going, to the new mirror research? Because there's a whole bunch of that, too. New mirror research, and they put it all up front for you. You've got another crit damage floor. Yeah, it looks like all this stuff requires having the NSEA Protector as a requirement. So you have to get the new ship. Mirror Space Warp Unlock grants a mission in the Gifts tab. Yeah, there it is. So basically, you get this, and then you do a couple of these researches, and then there's the mission that will unlock the warp path to the new area. Hopefully these don't take new materials, otherwise that's going to be kind of silly and stupid, but yeah. And this will let you use the new, and then, oh yes, now we've got Omega Dust to go with it. It wasn't bad enough we had 5 dusts before, now we've got a 6th dust. You messed with the new ship and the new hostiles. Well, congrats on your new ship. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Taking it into the mirror universe, yeah. But that refinery did expand, and now you'll go collect a 3rd raw material, which will give you a new mirror dust as well as a new liquid, We just saw some of the researches that you can use with it, and now you've got your liquid Omega Trillium store. So this is a separate one just for the new Omega liquid stuff. I really do feel like I'm in like a nutrition ad right now. Oh, new Omega liquid. Lower your cholesterol in 3 weeks. Denver says it's not a path to the new area, it's a shortcut to the old area. Did I have the flight path wrong? Let's go back and look. Oh, yes, because you can go from Axanar to Nausicaa now. I had that flight path wrong. Thank you for pointing that out. I missed that flight path. Okay. So you would fly from Axanar into Nausicaa so you can get into the new system. So I guess if you wanted to go start collecting... Oh, they've got hazards. Oh, would you look at that? They've got hazards. Other than Nausicaa, which is the basic level system, all these other ones do have the hazards in here, which are basically going to kill you in just a matter of seconds because this is a level 10 minefield, which boosts the base damage by 5,000%. So you'll be dead in just a matter of seconds. But once you do have the NSCA protector, you can go from Axanar to Nausicaa and then cut all the way across to get out to the high level system. So for you G6 players, this is a new shortcut. So instead of having to use premium and go into Alaterra and then flying up through a couple of systems here, working your way up to the north to get to these level 60 high, G6 systems for your Trillium D, you now have a shortcut from Nausicaa. So thank you very much for pointing that out. Appreciate that. Let's go back into our Mirror Universe Refinery. And let's go back to our Liquid Omega store. So what's in here? So you get an additional free claim that's going to give you more Liquid Trillium D. Okay, that'll help you with your other conversions. So now you can still get more things like your holodeck or your forbidden tech or your NX-01 officers and stuff to help expedite your grinding through these bundles. That's a free claim every day. That's not bad. You can convert to get some of the new dusts, which you'll need for the new specific research. You can do this to get some of the old dust if you're still trying to work on those researches. You can get the beryllium spheres, which are what you need to upgrade the ship. So that's how your upgrades are going to come from. There's a refit in here. This is a refit for the protector. This is going to boost when you use the Omega 13 ability, which basically, if you blow up and die while the Omega 13 ability is active, you come back to life and you don't lose your cargo and you don't lose your stuff. It's like you never died. Very thematic, just like in the movie. Spoiler alert, sorry. But that's very helpful in the Mirror Universe because obviously if you hit a hostile that kills you, you don't lose all your cargo because you have no protected cargo. So it gives you a little more flexibility to try stuff. So this will let you slowly start to source this, which will give you more of your hull health back if you wanted to get it. Also, it looks more like Saris's ship instead of your ship. But here's the part that kind of ticked me off when I saw this morning. This is the part that made me mad. And if you're not a fan of people going off on a rant, maybe now would be a good time to go to the bathroom and get yourself a drink. This is the part that pissed me off. They claim that they added sourcing for for older primes through the new Mirror Universe Omega Refinery. And these are the four, actually, technically it's 6 primes, because there's 3 in the away team store. So here are the new 6 primes that you're able to source. And dear God, are they terrible. Let's start with the away team ones first, right? You get these particles in here. You come in here, you do 1 chest. You're based on the level of your ship, you can see you start with like getting 4 to 5 for the first couple levels of the ship, and you've got a 30% chance of getting 2 to 3 additional ones. So effectively, if we say you get your ship up to tier 2 over the course of a week, you're guaranteed, if you do this every day, you're getting 35, and then 2 days out of the week, you'll get an extra 2, so that'll get you an extra 4, so now you're getting 39. So you're getting 39 away team particles per week if you come in here and do this turn-in. What researches does that even get you access to? Well, for 200, again, we'll round up. We'll say you get 40 a week just to make the math easier. So after 5 weeks of daily grinding, you could unlock the ability to get 1 extra away team assignment. Because most of us already have 8 to 10 slots, and sure, why not? Let's have 1 more that I can only do half of the month. Or for 10 weeks, you could, 12 weeks, you could get this one, which will give you an additional 100% to your mining rates, which you probably already have so many things adding to already. And the last one here, Prime Max Warp, give you 200% more warp speed for your ships. Already a bunch of stuff it's already adding to your warp speed too. And this one will take you, what, 25 weeks? So just over 6 months of steady daily grinding to get that benefit. Not a very big boost, not really much of a gift, takes way too long of a grind to unlock. Gonna be a common theme. What else do we have? What else did they give us the ability? Oh, the Elite Recruit Prime Particle. Yes, yes. Yes, the Elite Recruit Prime bundles. You know, my favorite bundles that are grossly overpriced and give you crappy officers with 1 or 2 good officers buried in the middle of them. Yes, yes. These particular packs here. You get 8 particles, 8 to 10 particles. We'll say you get 10 because you're basically getting 10 for the beginning part. And then, so 70 per week with a chance to get maybe another 12 or so. So we'll call it 80 to 85 per week. And that's going to give you access to this lovely research in the Galaxy Tree this time around. Prime FKR Elite Recruit Bundle. Oh, that takes 2,000. Well, if you're getting like 80 a week, that's like 24, 25 weeks too, which is another 6 months. Oh, to unlock this one. So then you get 100% more officers when you go in here to these god-awful packs that are grossly overpriced, that just so happen to have 1 or 2 desirable officers that are only able to be acquired through here, like Leslie and Harrison, and a lot of other officers you're pretty much tired of and have maxed out for years now, or at least months if you're newer to the game. If you're brand new and you're just working on it, this would be a great bundle, except for the fact you can't afford it because it's like 5,000 to 6,000 faction credits, and you don't even get enough to open a pack. You get 450 every time you do it. And based on like your ops level is how the cost of the pack decreases. Mine's down to about 4,000 faction credits. What would it cost me to do this pack? 37.50. I get 450. So I don't even get enough per every day. The first day I don't get enough. And then every day after that I can do 1 at 37.50 in faction credits. And what do you even get out of this particular little bundle here? It's going to double up. It's going to give you 16 shards. So instead of getting whatever you would out of here, you'd get double. So if we opened this one right now, I got a bunch of transporter patterns for people I don't need. 2 Leslie, 1 Hendorf. And this was obviously other uncommons that I already had, and these were rares and epics that all got converted into transporter patterns. None of the officers I was hoping for were in here. No Harrison, who's close to tearing up, which is the only reason I'm even doing this exercise. TOS McCoy and Scotty and Chekhov I still need because they had weaker sourcing because they were in later months when they were released. Oh, there's 3 more Leslie. By the way, Leslie's really mostly good for his captain's ability, as people use him for, obviously with the NX-01 and stuff. His officer ability, in terms of tiering him up, just gives you more ship XP when he's on a battleship. Which isn't really as good anymore because other stuff also gives you that too. Nevin says next month will be a new arc that'll speed up this arc if I spend more to do another loop. Maybe. Although within, a month or two after that, this stuff will all be even more immaterial. So the other thing that you can also get is also in the Galaxy Tree. It's this Prime Daily Faction event, which will take you, wait, yep, you guessed it, 6 more months to unlock of doing daily grinds to get the 1,000 faction event particles through the store. So you can get 100% more faction rep and tokens from the daily faction event. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? Oh, that's this one. That's the one that you do over here every day that you have to opt into in your daily events. This particular event, your reputation event. You will get double the amount of rep and double the amount of faction credits out of it. I'm at 15 billion locked with my Romulan rep. And this would give me, I think it's 8.3 million and about 1,500 faction credits. So that would get doubled, and I would get 16 million per day and 1,500 faction credits. Which, sure, I mean, it's more, it's good. But when I'm trying to go from 15 billion to 500 billion to get to that next lock point, is 8 more million per day really doing anything about that? What's that even cutting it down? My calculator won't even go to that many zeros. It'll be some weird number with an exponent that we won't be able to actually even see. So, Karen, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome on in. Appreciate you being here. And last, but certainly not least, there's one more Prime that they gave us access to in the Mirror Universe. And that is the Repair Prime Particle. Which again, same math, same grind. This one's in the station tree. And this is the one that also really just kind of ticked me off a little bit. Because it is Prime Repair Cost Efficiency. There it is. Again, going to take you 6 months to unlock it. You're going to get a 200% repair cost efficiency for all ships, which sounds really awesome on paper. Until you remember 2 things. Number 1, there's a lot of other research that modifies repair cost, and just to take a look at it, Spock's Club right here will tell you, if you're just ping up any ship, I brought up a Tribune, because it was the first one that came into my mind, you can see all of the different repair research that is available in-game. So before you even add the Prime, I obviously throw in a bunch of random numbers. These early ones are probably maxed. Some of these higher level ones, there's also some G5 and higher level ones. There's also artifacts that will reduce the cost of stuff. This was just a hypothetical situation. We can look at some actual numbers here in just a second. But let's just say the repair cost on a tier 1 Tribune straight out of the box, haven't upgraded anything. Base cost would be 416 million tritanium. With the existing research, I'm getting a 615% reduction. That seems like that should be reasonable, 600% for a lot of players who are in this, mid G4 to early G5 range. should be able to get 600%. And you're going to take it from 400 million down to about 60 million. Here's what adding that prime does for you. Oh, you went from 58 to 45 million. So that 200% reduction that they just added was actually more like a 30% net reduction because of all the other research that's involved. So you're going to grind for 6 months to get something that's really only going to net you about 30%, by which point in time you'll probably have actually filled in more of this other research for some of this other stuff. I mean, obviously I didn't even fill in this one here. There's more things we can do. We can look at some actual real numbers here in a second and just see what this would even do. Also, that's not, preventing them from doing anything else that would also add to repair cost efficiency. Over the next 6 months, while you're busy grinding, trying to earn your way to this free mechanic to help lower your costs, is there a new building that they're going to put in? Is there a new research? Oh, wait a minute. Remember back to the beginning of the show when I talked about what else they were adding? There was something else that they were adding, wasn't there? Huh. What do we have down here? Oh, that's right. It's a brand new officer that has a below deck ability that gives you 150% repair cost efficiency at tier 1 and goes all the way as high as 750% if you tier this officer up. So basically doing exactly the same thing, almost the same amount as what that prime is. So you're going to grind for 6 months to get a prime to get you 200%, by which point in time you'll have most definitely should have earned this officer and possibly tiered her up to get 150 to 300% of a reduction. That's just going to make your other reduction even less significant. That 30% net gain now is going to be more like a 12 to 15% net gain. This is why you don't look at gifts, or you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? It's free. Just take it and be happy with it. You're going to grind for 6 months for that. Let's do some real numbers. Let's see what kind of a real impact this is actually even going to make. So I'm going to move this back over here. We're going to pick a different ship. Let's take real numbers here. Let's take my Sanctus. My Sanctus is tier 6. And I have Black Armor Fleet is already upgraded. Didn't do any of those yet. I've done my pulsed cannon and one of my torpedoes. All right. So my base repair cost on this ship as it sits right now would be 92.5 billion is the repair cost on it. That's with no repair bonuses whatsoever. Oh, by the way, your dry docks and stuff also, give you a repair cost bonus too. So I'm at 56. That's a 200% reduction. Oh, what do you know? The holodeck. Yeah, the holodeck's up to level 11. Oh, syndicate. Yeah, ops 56. What's my syndicate level? I just got to 35, didn't I? Oh, there's some other buffs going on. What did that even give me right there? Oh, well, I got 205% out of the syndicate XP. I got 205% out of my buildings as well from the dry docks. I'm already at 410%, which has already taken the cost from 92 billion down to 18 billion. And we haven't even started adding in any research yet. Let's go. Research. Station tree. Prime repair costs. Build speed, research speed. Prime repair costs. There we go, right there. That's maxed. We got that one. Let's go out a little bit. Romulan repair costs. Well, that one's maxed. That's another 100%. Prime ship repairs. That's another 100%. That's maxed. Let's go out a little further here. Survey repair. Went too far. Where'd it go? Oh, 4-star interceptor repair cost. So this is 4 plus. Well, I've only taken this because I'm lazy to level 5. So that's giving me 75%. But I could obviously do some more of this research and get this up. I've been saving this kind of stuff just for like an officer auction, again, to use some of this 4-star material. Flight sustainability. This is a G5 research that's out here. Flight sustainability. Again, being lazy, I could do this one to improve my efficiency, but again, resource management hasn't been a real problem so far. So I've only done this to level 1, but there's 20 more percent. And I don't think I've made it all the way yet. Out here, there's another research, orbital Romulan engineering. I could get that. That would give me another 50% reduction, but I haven't quite gotten there just yet. I'll probably be getting that in the next couple of weeks. That's what's it for the station tree. We go to the outlaw tree, outlaw mechanics. Yep, that's maxed. This whole tree is maxed for me. Outlaw mechanics is 35% more. G4 ship repairs, that's another 75%. That's all done, because this whole tree is done except for this one here with this plutonium one, because who needs that? Interceptor repair cost in the territory tree. Column 13. Interceptor repair cost, that's maxed. That's another 50%. Let's go to our starship tree, kind of way out here. There's a ship maintenance efficiency. Oh, that one's maxed. That's 200 more percent. And let's not forget, we've got 2 artifacts that also give us more repair cost. We have the Horgon, which is right there. Mine's at tier 3 right now. That's a 60% reduction. And then the Iconian Gateway I don't have unlocked yet. All right. Real numbers again. Real numbers again. 815% out of research plus 205% plus 205% from the buildings gives us a grand total of 1,225% without that prime, taking my cost from 92 billion down to 7 billion. So I could spend 6 months grinding to get this thing, so I could add this to the total to drop it from 7 billion to 6 billion. So you're like, wow, that's saving me 1 billion tritanium. That would be awesome. Except I've got 9 trillion. So is that 1 billion on a repair bill on a full hull repair? That how many times do I really get blown up? Not all that often. But that's what they want you to grind 6 months for. And that's what, you know, they make it seem like they're giving you something. They're finally giving you access to something. Something that's outdated, that they can't sell anymore, that nobody should buy because the power creep in the game has long since passed it by. And that's what offends me. Because they think we're stupid and we're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. We're just going to take it. And maybe there's some people who are just, won't take the time and actually stop and look at it and realize, somebody just crapped in a bag and set it on your front doorstep. Because that's what it is. So, Sorry to be crass, but that's how I feel, and I don't like being trying when they try and like bamboozle you or hoodwink you a little bit with stuff like that. Oh, we added some free primes to the game. Aren't you guys excited? No, not at all. I'm offended by your gift. Take it back. You can keep it. I don't want it. Max says, I feel like they just want you to know how long it takes to source it free to play, so you just spend money instead. Well, they always make everything when they introduce something into the game free to play. The new mechanic is that it's basically going to take you 4 to 6 months to grind every day to unlock it. And from the time it's released until the time they actually put that path in the game can vary. It could be as little as like 3 to 4 months. It could be over a year. In some cases, these primes have been around for 2 plus years, or 3 plus years since they were originally added. That they're finally giving you a path for stuff. They're finally giving you a path through, other things for ship refits and things that have been around for a while that you're going to grind. The day you can start it, 4 to 6 months to unlock it. Because they don't want you to wait. They just want you to buy it when it comes out. Hey, we gave you a new thing, just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it. The problem is that when you constantly just keep selling things every single month, people don't want to just buy it anymore. One, they can't afford to just keep buying it blindly. And two, with how often you come out with stuff that outdates the previous stuff, they're at best renting it for 4 to 6 months until the next thing comes out that replaces it. And I don't know what kind of disposable incomes they think we all have around here, but a lot of people I talk to, they ain't rolling in Uncle Scrooge's money bin every day that they can just keep throwing $500 to $1,000 a month into this game to rent mechanics or buy things that are giving them such little return on investment. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.